Hi everyone. In this lesson, we are going to practice Task 2 of the IELTS General Training Writing Test. For many students, this is the hardest part of the IELTS exam. Before we start, please download and print off the following attachments: the question paper and the blank answer sheet. As I have mentioned before, it is very important in the exam not to open the question paper until you are told to do so. However, as this is the second part of the writing test, i.e. Task 2, you will have already written your name and candidate number in the spaces on the top of the question paper and answer sheet from completing Task 1. The essay you have to write for Task 2 may look very difficult when you read the question, but it is no different to writing any other essay. As long as you answer what you are being asked, you are halfway to getting your level 9 band score. Okay, let's get started. For Task 2, it says you should spend about 40 minutes on this task, which is something you already know from the previous lesson. Then it tells you to write about the following topic. It says, some people believe that teaching children at home is best for a child's development, while others think that it is important for children to go to school. Discuss the advantages of both methods and give your own opinion. Give reasons for your answer and include any relevant examples from your own knowledge or experience. Again, from the previous lesson, we know that we would have to give reasons and examples to support our answer. Then it says write at least 250 words, which we know from the previous lesson means that it must be at least 250 words. To get the highest possible score in Task 2, you need to understand how you are being marked. You will be marked on your ability to answer the question, on your grammar and vocabulary, as well as your ability to structure your essay and use connective words. Structuring your essay means having an introduction, a body, which normally needs to be 2 paragraphs, and a conclusion. Connective words are words that link sentences and paragraphs to improve the flow of your writing. Here are some examples of connective words. To begin with, however, and for instance. Okay, let's get started. The first thing we have to write is our introduction. Your introduction only needs to be a few sentences that state some basic facts and whether you agree or disagree with the statement. I always tell my students to try and keep your introduction to 3 sentences. 2 sentences is a bit short and 4 sentences is a bit long. Your introduction is the most important paragraph in your essay, as it shows the examiner if you understood the question being asked. To get a high mark in your essay, all you need to do is simply paraphrase this statement, give some basic facts, and say whether you agree or disagree. So our introduction will be something like, the argument over whether learning at home or at school is better for children has not yet been settled. Whereas home education offers better protection with individual learning and opportunities for families to bond, schools have a superior range of material and human resources. Ultimately, I think the school experience is best for children. This is a perfect introduction and is the model answer provided by IELTS for this question. Now that we have done the introduction, we can move on to the body of the essay. The body of the essay must consist of 2 paragraphs, no more and no less. Now read what they are asking you to do again. They are asking you to discuss the advantages of both methods and give your own opinion. So in the first paragraph, I would discuss the advantages of teaching children at home, and in the second paragraph, discuss the advantages of children going to school. Okay, let's look at the first paragraph. Firstly, I would say there are several advantages for children who learn at home. Firstly, they can spend more time with their parents and siblings. There are many social problems associated with families not spending enough quality time together. Teaching children at home also provides them with an individualized learning environment. Teaching is custom designed and moves at the child's own pace and in accordance with his or her individual learning style. Finally, homeschooling protects children from bullies and other children who might be a bad influence. Now that you have written your first paragraph, we now need to look at the second paragraph. the advantages of children going to school. A perfect model answer for this next paragraph, as provided by IELTS, would be, on the other hand, the school environment also offers advantages for children. Schools encourage children to socialise with other children and learn how to cope with gossip, bullying and peer pressure. In addition, children will receive better tuition across a range of subjects, as schools have teachers who are trained in special subjects. What is more, schools provide better access to physical resources such as sports equipment, musical instruments and library books. The last part of your essay is your conclusion. Your conclusion should be short and relevant. Many students struggle with the conclusion as they do not know what to write and in turn often write either too much or too little. Like your introduction, I would try to keep your conclusion to 3 sentences. In your conclusion, you should give a concluding phrase, give your opinion and use information from the body of your essay to support your opinion. It is important to reword this information from the body of the essay to show the examiner you are worthy of a band score of 9. The conclusion in the model answer provided by IELTS for this question is the following. I believe that children are better off in a school environment. Although family time and individual learning are important, the range of expertise and resources that schools offer cannot be matched in the home. School environments may present difficult social situations, but so too does the real world, and children must learn to navigate these on their own. This is the end of your essay. To do well on task 2 of the writing test, it is important to structure your essay correctly. In other words, having an introduction, 2 paragraphs in the body of your essay, and a conclusion. Don't write too much and don't write too little. The examiner is looking for quality, not quantity. So write clearly and make sure that you read the question carefully. Plan what you are going to say and spend more time on task 2 than on task 1. Practice as many IELTS exam writing test task 2 questions as possible.